The final wire gleams under the cold medical lights. It feels heavier than it looks. A technician with trembling hands holds it up. His eyes ask a question you can no longer answer. You simply nod. Your own hands are steady. They rest on the arms of the reinforced chair. This is it. The culmination of everything. All of humanity's science, all of its desperation. It is focused into this one room, into this one chair, into the single, insane idea of wiring a human heart to the void itself. An attempt to knock on a door no one was sure even existed. The technician connects the final filament to the port on your temple. A soft click echoes in the silent chamber. Below you, through a thick armored window, Earth hangs like a wounded animal. Her skies are a bruised purple, her cities are dark. You are humanity's last, desperate hope. A synthesized voice begins a countdown from 10. You close your eyes. You don't think of failure. You don't think of success. You think of the silence between the stars. You wonder if it's as lonely as the silence that has fallen on Earth. The final number is spoken, and your world dissolves into light. Your heart beats once. It is a familiar, soft drum in your chest. But the echo of it, the echo is wrong. It does not fade. It expands. It pushes outward from your body. A wave of pure energy. A pulse of life in the absolute zero of space. You are no longer just in the chair. You are leaving. This first beat shoots past the orbit of the moon. Our dead satellite is a tombstone in the dark. It offers no reply. Your pulse, your very life force, washes over its craters. It continues onward, a ripple in a black ocean. It feels like you are stretching, becoming impossibly thin. Yet you feel everything. You cross the orbit of Mars, a world that was once our second hope. Now it is a red grave, silent, cold, uncaring. Your signal sweeps across its rust-colored plains. It finds nothing but dust and radiation. The journey continues into the great dark, a lonely search for any sign of a neighbor. You feel your awareness drift through the asteroid belt, a field of cosmic rubble. Each rock is a story of a collision, of a cosmic accident. You pass by silent nebulae. They are beautiful clouds of gas and dust, nurseries for stars that will not be born for millions of years. But they are empty of thought. They are empty of life. The void is immense, and you are utterly alone in it. Your signal travels on. It has been an eternity, or maybe just a moment. Time has lost its meaning. You are a thought riding a wave of your own making. You feel the cold, the endless, crushing cold of interstellar space. And just as you begin to believe this was all for nothing, it happens. Your pulse, your tiny, insignificant heartbeat, touches something. It is not a planet. It is not a star. It is a web. A structure of thought so vast it blankets a dozen star systems. It is ancient. It has been dormant for eons, sleeping a sleep so deep it was almost death. Your fragile signal strikes this consciousness. It is a single drop of rain on a perfectly still, black lake. The surface of that lake trembles. Ripples of awareness spread out from the point of contact. Something immense stirs from its long slumber. It is a mind without a body, a power without a form. And for the first time in millennia, it feels something other than itself. It feels your heartbeat. It feels you. An alarm blares in your mind, but the alarm is not from the void. It is from Earth, a frantic, desperate signal clawing its way up to you. A holographic screen flickers to life in front of your vision. It is superimposed over the star fields. The face of General Thorne appears. His features are tight with panic. "Son, What have you done? He asks. His voice is strained. We are reading an energy surge unlike anything we have ever seen. It's not from you. It's a response. Around him, other members of the Global Council shout. Their faces are pale with terror. You have kicked the hornet's nest. You must sever the connection, a scientist pleads. Her name is Dr. Aris. You have awakened a terrible power. We do not know what it is. We do not know what it wants. This was a mistake. A terrible, terrible mistake. They believe you have doomed them all. Their voices are a storm of fear. They beg you to stop this madness. They tell you to pull back, to cut the wires, to let humanity die with dignity, instead of being consumed by whatever you have found in the dark. Their pleas are logical. They are sensible. They are the pleas of a species on the verge of extinction. But they are also wrong. You look past their terrified faces. You look into the void that is now a part of you. The fear you feel is small. It is insignificant compared to the awe. The Council's urgent pleas are just noise now, a distant echo from a world you no longer fully inhabit. Their fear is a cage. You are finally free of it. You push your consciousness deeper into the star tide. You do not pull back. You lean in. You feed more of yourself into the machine. The connection strengthens. The hum in your mind becomes a symphony. It is no longer just a link. It is becoming your very soul. You feel the ancient mind study you. Its curiosity is a physical pressure. The faces on the hologram shout. Their mouths move, but you no longer hear their words. They are figures in a dream you are leaving behind. You have made your choice. You chose to knock on the door. Now you will step through it, no matter what lies on the other side. You are the man who wired his heart to the stars. This is your purpose now. The connection solidifies. It is a permanent, unbreakable bond. Your physical body is just an anchor now, a piece of hardware. Your true self is out here, in the beautiful, terrifying darkness. And that is when you see them. The ancient mind has sent its antibodies, its protectors, its hunters. They emerge from the shadow of Mars, a fleet of impossible ships. They do not burn fuel. They do not make a sound. They simply appear, a tear in the fabric of space. One moment there is nothing. The next, they are there, a fleet of silent, perfect predators. The sight chills you to your new, star-born soul. Their design is not for comfort. It is not for exploration. It is a cold, perfect geometry of death. Each ship is a flawless black hexagon. They absorb all light. They reflect nothing. They move in a formation so precise it must be controlled by a single intelligence. A hive mind. This is the power you have awakened. They are not coming for Earth, not yet. They hang in orbit over the red planet, silent, watching, assessing. You feel their purpose. It is as clear as their design. They are here to sterilize, to cleanse the system of the anomaly that touched their slumbering master. The anomaly is you, or more accurately, the life that created you. On every screen across your dying world, the images appear. News feeds and government channels all show the same thing, a fleet of black hexagons hanging over Mars. There is no explanation. No commentary is needed. Humanity watches its final moments arrive. They are silent, unfeeling, absolute. People pour out into the streets of the darkened cities, not in panic anymore, but in a kind of shared final resignation. They hold hands. They look up at the bruised sky. They know the end has come. They see the silent, unfeeling enemy you have summoned. A quiet falls over the entire planet. You feel their collective sorrow. It is a faint whisper on the edge of your new senses. A soft, sad note in the grand symphony of space. The council is silent now. General Thorne's face is a mask of grim acceptance. He knows there are no weapons that can fight this. There is no strategy that can defeat this. It is an extinction event in perfect, terrifying form. You watch the fleet. You feel their cold, unified logic. They are preparing to move, preparing to execute their function. And in that moment of absolute dread, you have a realization, a spark of an idea so insane it might just work. You cannot fight them with force. Humanity has no force left to give. You cannot outsmart them with logic. Their mind is 1 billion years old. But you have something they do not. You feel it in their consciousness, the complete and total absence of it. They are a perfect system, a flawless machine. They have power. They have logic. They have purpose. But they do not have feeling. And that is your only weapon. A weapon of pure, raw emotion. You remember the old saying, the pen is mightier than the sword. You wonder if a feeling is mightier than a fleet of starships. It is a ridiculous, foolish hope. It is the kind of hope that only a desperate human could have. It is the only thing you have left. You decide to fire the first shot. You do not send a threat. You do not send a boast. You do not broadcast surrender. You reach deep inside yourself, past the awe, past the fear. You find a memory. The first time your heart was truly broken. You remember the face of your mother as you said goodbye for the last time. The feeling of her hand growing cold in yours. You take that single, perfect moment of grief, that unbearable, crushing weight of loss. You shape it. You refine it. You convert it into a wave of pure data, a signal composed not of energy or light, but of sorrow. You broadcast that single human tear across the solar system, a weaponized feeling aimed at the heart of the hive mind. The wave of sorrow washes over the fleet of black hexagons. For a moment, nothing happens. They remain in their perfect silent formation. You fear it was useless, a fool's last gamble. Then you feel it. A tremor in the vast ancient consciousness. A flicker of something utterly alien to its experience. The hive mind reels from the input. It is a data stream it cannot comprehend. What is this sensation? This ache? This feeling of something precious being gone forever? To their cold, perfect logic, it is a paradox. A piece of code that cannot be executed. It is a virus, and it is spreading through their collective mind. The perfect formation of the hunter fleet wavers. One of the hexagons drifts slightly out of alignment. Another one follows. It is a small imperfection, a tiny crack in a flawless surface. But it is a start. The hive mind is confused. It is trying to process this new, impossible variable. It is trying to understand grief. You feel their struggle. It is like watching a powerful engine seize and grind. They have never known loss. They have never known separation. They are one. They are eternal. The concept of an individual ending, of a connection being permanently severed, is an attack on the very foundation of their existence. The weapon worked. Now for the follow-up. You cannot let them recover. You cannot let them process the sorrow. You must hit them with something else. Something completely opposite. You search your memories again. You push past the sadness. You find a moment of pure, unrestrained happiness. The memory of your daughter. She was 5 years old. You were chasing her in a sunlit park. Her laughter. It was a sound of pure, unthinking joy. A sound that could banish any darkness. You take that sound, that feeling, the warmth of the sun on your face, the simple, perfect happiness of that moment. You shape it. You amplify it. You broadcast a wave of pure joy, the feeling of a child's unrestrained laughter. This new wave strikes the confused fleet. It is a blast of warmth in the freezing cold of their logic. It is even more confusing than the sorrow. Grief was a paradox. This is pure chaos. What is this bubbling, illogical warmth? What is its purpose? It serves no function. It achieves no goal. It simply hunts. The effect is immediate and profound. The hive mind, the great ancient collective, stumbles. The cracks in their consciousness begin to widen. You feel something astonishing happen. For the very first time in their billion-year existence, they feel individuality. The sorrow you sent them created the concept of me versus the one who is gone. Now, joy is giving that me a sensation all its own. A single ship breaks formation entirely. It spins on its axis, as if dizzy. Another ship fires a harmless energy burst at nothing. It is an act of pure, random impulse. The unified consciousness is fraying. The individual nodes of the hive mind are experiencing unique sensations. They are beginning to question, what is this feeling? Why do I feel it? Why does the node next to me feel something slightly different? They are no longer a perfect weapon. They are a collection of confused and frightened individuals. They are experiencing the messy, chaotic, beautiful reality of feeling for the first time. The fear they are experiencing now is not the cold, logical threat assessment they are used to. It is the primal, personal fear of the unknown. The fear of being alone. You have them on the defensive. Their logic is broken. Their unity is shattered. But they are still a threat. Their confusion could easily turn to rage, to a blind lashing out. You need to give them one final push, one final piece of the human experience, the most powerful and the most illogical emotion of them all. You do not broadcast a memory this time. You broadcast a concept, a feeling that is at the very core of human survival. It is the simple, stubborn refusal to ever give up. It is the spirit of the explorer crossing the barren ice, the scientist working late into the night, the parent protecting their child. It is hope. You broadcast humanity's final, fierce hope. You send them the feeling of standing up one more time when you have been knocked down 100 times. You show them the illogical belief that tomorrow can be better, even when all evidence says it will not be. It is the most irrational and the most powerful force your species possesses. This final wave hits the fractured hive mind. It is not like the sorrow or the joy. It is not an alien feeling. It is a solution to the new fear they feel, to the new loneliness they feel. Hope is the antidote. It is the answer to the question they just learned to ask. What now? Hope tells them there is a what now. The effect is not chaos. It is stillness, a profound, system-wide silence. You feel billions of new, individual minds all contemplating this single, powerful idea. The idea of a future. The idea of choosing a path. The idea of not being defined by their function, but by their will. Then, as one, the fleet of perfect hunters turns. There is no final message, no grand explosion, no battle. They simply turn away from Earth. They align themselves with a point in deep space, and with a silent tear in reality, they vanish. They leave behind a confused and stunned solar system. The feeds from Earth are silent for a full minute. Then, a single shaky cheer is heard from a news studio. It is followed by another, and another. Soon, A wave of sound erupts across the planet. A sound of pure, unadulterated relief. The war was fought and won in a matter of minutes. Not with weapons, but with feelings. You float in the quiet darkness of the cosmos. The connection to the stars is no longer a strain. It is a part of you, as natural as breathing. You can feel the joy from Earth. You can feel the fear give way to celebration. You have saved them. You have saved everyone. You are no longer just the man in the chair. You are something more. You are a legend being whispered across a grateful planet. Soon the whispers will travel to other systems. Other races will hear the story, the tale of the strange, young species that defeated the ancient hunters. Not with power, but with a heartbeat. You are the man whose heart beats for all humanity. You are their guardian, a sentinel with a star for a heart. The lonely watch begins. But you know now, you are not truly alone.